Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're watching on the replay, thanks for checking it out as well. It's been a crazy couple of weeks around here, and I wanted to update you on some things that are happening. And so, as the title suggested, this channel is monetized. And so, over the next couple of weeks, that means it'll be making ad revenue, and there'll be some membership opportunities. And I want to start doing these kind of Q&As and open forums available for those. So you'll see some updates on that as well in the coming weeks. But one of the things that I'm very, very excited about is the fact that this channel, now that it is monetized, I want to open it back up to other people. And so, in its simplest terms, what that means is it would be a collaboration and it would be to help you while you are making your channel. So, that's going to be different for everybody and how it works. But basically, if you head on over to bronsonCreative.us/VHF21, you'll be able to learn some more about that and how you can partner and basically take advantage of the fact that I have a monetized channel. And I've been doing this for about 8 months. There has been no money that has been made from this channel up to this point. And even if you've seen ads, I'm sorry, I wasn't even getting ad revenue off that. And there are a lot of ways that you can use this platform, I think, to be able to help other filmmakers and to be able to help other people as they're starting to grow. Most people can't work for free for 18 months, which is about the average that I have found it takes to, from research, to take a channel from zero to monetization. And so I've been doing a lot of research on that as we go along, and there are a lot of things that I've been learning, some things that I don't. Hello to whoever just showed up. So one of the things that I learned throughout this process was just how long it took to basically get a channel monetized. And so if you're trying to do that on your own, it just takes a really, really long time. And thankfully, I've been doing this for, almost 2 decades, and I had equipment and I had the understanding of how all this got pieced together. But it still took a very, very long time. And as of today, it's still, waiting to go through the process of getting, the ad revenue turned on. Google has to look at everything. So it's just a little bit of back and forth. But basically, if you want to work on that with me, then head on over to bronsonCreative.us/VHF21 and you'll see some information of how to contact me. But basically, if you have a short or a feature or a TV show idea or something that you want to get off the ground that you already have working and finished, then let's see if we could use this monetized channel to be able to help you platform for your channel as you're building it, so on and so forth. But I want to open that up as well and be available. Like I said at the very beginning, there will also be opportunities for the memberships. So that will be turning on pretty soon. And basically, that way you have a project you want to work on. Instead of taking a class or a course with me or anything like that, I'm just going to make those free over the next couple of months. So if you're a beginner filmmaker, a beginner photographer, you're going to see some courses and a lot of educational stuff coming out on this channel in the coming months. What else do we have? Let me see really quick. Oh, today at 5 o'clock, unless it's not today, whenever you watch this, there will be a new video coming out. And basically, I was working on an experimental horror film, and I just kind of set myself a 30-minute timer to finish the film. And I had the rough cut. And so you'll kind of see that process and how editors go through and finish. And sometimes limitations are kind of the best thing for a filmmaker. And, or at least in my experience, it's been great of having those limitations so we can go through. You can make it a little bit faster, but you can move on to the next thing. If you've been following this channel for a while, then you know that basically, the average filmmaker makes about one film in their career. And if they're only making one film, then knowing that, like, let's get to the next one. If you can make it to the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, then you have a lot better chance of continuing to do this as not only just a hobby or something fun, but you could do something with it that, could constantly change your life. And I know that that's been my experience as I just keep trying to finish things and knowing that it's not going to be the last film I ever make, and so that way I can keep moving forward. But so that'll be coming out. There was also last week, you might have seen some people were asking about distribution. So I put up a little thing about aggregators and distributors and self distribution, which is basically what I kind of do now. And that should be helpful in your practice as well as you're trying to figure out, like, exactly what do I want to do? How do I navigate that? And what do I use to move forward? So those will be there as well. And also, if you found this channel because of the screenwriting tutorials, I have a lot of exciting stuff coming through. So I'm working on a feature of my own right now that I'm trying to start shooting over the summer. A lot of it's going to be practical effects and things like that. So it's me basically kind of making it in this garage with a lot of it. So I'm going to open that up to live streams as well when I'm working on it. So you can ask questions. We can work together. Maybe you're working on a project. It's just nice to have a buddy, to bounce some ideas off of. I want to be available for those things as we're moving forward. And also just know that you're not creating alone. And so I think the internet kind of disassociates us a little bit and doesn't bring us back together. And that becomes a little bit difficult to navigate as you're trying to make your thing. So know that you're not completely alone. I've been looking, and there's people from all over the world, which is so cool. So if you have some films that maybe none of us have heard of, or that you're really digging, and I'm located right outside of Los Angeles. So if you're logging in from somewhere else in the world, then drop some things that you're working on down in those comments, and so we can keep basically fostering this kind of community and be able to go to the next level as you're making all of your work. It'll be nice to be able to have people know where you're calling in from, where you're logging in from, where you're working from, and so all those things. What's the other thing? Oh, the feature that I'm working on is going to have a component that has some TV elements that I have to make, and so that is another thing with the VHF 21. That you might have seen that down in the description of the channel, and it says like experiment VHF 21. If you go over there, you'll see that basically I am going to see if 3 to 5 other filmmakers could help me make some of those things, and we monetize that channel together. I want to see what's actually happening with this. It's a lot of experiments that are coming on this channel. And so if you're finding this, I hope it inspires you to keep trying new things and keep trying different things. And so one of the things that I've been the most interested in as I started working through all of the stuff here on YouTube is just how exactly it works. And I think the one thing that all of these platforms are not thinking about is, what if we started working together? What if we started helping each other get past these arbitrary roadblocks that have been put in place? And what would happen if we do that? So those are some of the things that are happening as well. But for those screenwriting tutorials, for those of you that were interested in those, I'm about to start working on those, and I'm actually about to film one as soon as I get off this live. I just wanted to jump on, let you know what's going on, kind of keep you up to date. And also, if you're watching this on the replay, put down in the comments what time would be good to do these. Like I said, I'm on the west coast of California, and so I'm on the Pacific Standard Time, and I know people are all over the world. So I'm trying to figure out what would work best. As you know, this is kind of the time where I am, in between projects during the day that I have a time to jump on this kind of like 1 to 2 p.m. area. But let me know if that works for you, or if there's something different. I'm trying to figure out exactly when to do these, especially as we get into like some Ask Me Anythings and Q&As, and we're working together and platforming all of that work. So, but with that being said, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I want to thank you so much for helping this channel get to monetization. If you just showed up this week, or you showed up 8 months ago, or you showed up at this point like 10 or 12 years ago when this channel actually went live and had nothing on it, it means the absolute world to me. And I literally could not be doing this without you. I am humbled every day that I am able to do what I'm doing for a living, and be able to provide back this education that has been so great to me, and the things that I've learned, the good and the bad, that I'm able to pass that on to the next generation of filmmakers, which are hopefully you, and then you can share that with other people as well. So I hope you have a wonderful day, do something nice for somebody, and I will see you next time. Bye.